Okay. Salmon biodiversity. In the beginning, you might have seen vocabulary revision, right? Let's revise the basic vocabulary, somehow intermediate. These vocabulary, you know, these words are going to be seen in the passage. Just let's have a quick glance at them, right? Endangered. Endangered means, uh, you know, here we go. D. At risk of being harmed or destroyed. Migrations. Migration is mass movement. Mass movement of species. Mature. Becoming adult. So you never see this sort of questions in your IELTS examination. It is just a revision of the vocabulary that are going to be seen in the passage. Breeding. Producing young. Hydropower. Electricity produced from fast flowing water. Survival. Survival means continued existence of species. Okay. Disorient means misdirect. So misdirect or confuse someone or something where it is going. Okay. Modify means slightly change. Change the shape or appearance. Habitat is natural living place of animals. Natural area in which animal lives. Okay. Right. So underlining keywords is always necessary. Effects on salmon biodiversity. So the number of Pacific salmon has declined dramatically, but the loss of genetic diversity may be a bigger problem. Okay, the genetic diversity that generally you see in salmon is going to be declined. Okay, that is further causing number of Pacific salmon. And actual questions can be seen in the end of the, you know, end of this handout, you know. So there are clear restrictions. So this is actual IELTS questionnaire. This is flowchart completion, and there is a clear side heading like life cycle of salmon. Entire passage is not about life cycle of salmon, so definitely it could be one of the topics of the paragraph. So definitely might spread across one or two paragraphs of the whole passage. And then you can see table completion, not more than 2 words again, right? Effects of engineering projects on salmon. This is also not the title of the passage. Again, it must be one of the topics of the passage. Might be seen. There are almost 6 to 12 questions, almost 7 questions. Might, you know, these questions may be answered making use of at least 2 to 3 paragraphs, right? There are 6 in number. So no need to read through whole passage to answer these questions. And again, you should always remember questions follow passage order. Okay, right? Chronological order of the information given in the passage, right? Now, so life cycle of salmon can be seen in the second paragraph. Okay. And next, effects of engineering projects on salmon. I just want to start with submersible screen. Submersible screen can be seen in, okay, in this paragraph. So somehow, which paragraph is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th paragraph. The questionnaire, the table completion questionnaire has actually started with a keyword submersible screen. The submersible screen can be seen in the 5th paragraph. So fifth paragraph and the subsequent paragraphs are necessary to answer the questions of table completion given as a part of table completion. Okay, so fifth and sixth, seventh paragraphs are necessary to answer the questions what you have seen in the table completion question type. So because the questions follow passage order, right? Okay, let's answer. Bhargav, are you done with the questions? Yes. Have you attempted all the questions? Whether you get correct or wrong answers is secondary, but you must have attempted. That's it. What's the answer for the first one, Bhargav? Female lay eggs.
That was the life cycle of it.
Female lay eggs in dash on the floor of river, where there must be plenty of dash.
The eggs in nets yes. Are reds or granule bottoms of the river.
Correct. Deposit. There is a clear word, legs. For legs, you can see deposit in the paragraph.
Deposit.
Right. You have to write any one of these two, not the both, because it is allowed to write only one word. Okay. Next, where there must be plenty of
rocks at the bottom of the lake.
Rocks or
gravel. Granule.
Let's see the proof line. Here we go. Females depositing eggs in nests are reds. On the gravel bottoms of rivers and lakes, there must be large quantities of gravel. Large quantities is equal to plenty, which has been given as part of question. In the passage, it has been given large quantities. In the question, it is plenty of. What are plenty of? What are large quantities of? Right? They are nothing else, gravel. So lay eggs, depositing eggs. Is it clear? Ready?
Yes, sir.
Let me write proof lines here so that you can easily relate. The next proof line is large quantities of gravel. Okay. These are the two proof lines. There must be plenty of. There must be large quantities of. So straight. Any doubts, buddy?
No, sir.
Young salmon occupy what? For up to several years.
Fresh water of periods of raining.
Correct. Fresh water is correct. That's a single word. Don't write fresh water, fresh space water. Fresh water is a single word, should be written as a single word, as it is given in the passage. Let me take the proof line. Live in freshwater for periods ranging from few days to several days. Observe the similarity or differences between the proof line from the passage and the question statement, that you should be able to understand how test maker creates the question without changing the meaning, how he creates and paraphrases the ideas. Okay. Young salmon actually live in freshwater for periods ranging from few days to several years. How the test maker created question? Young salmon occupy freshwater for up to several years. Right? Okay, process known as, it's so straight. Multiplication, correct?
Multiplication.
Bhargav,
Yes,
multiplication is correct or wrong?
correct one is that one.
How about return to dash of birth?
The
Salmon
Gideons
return
undergoes
to
the
dash of
psycho.
body.
Then the undergoes the psychological metamorphosis called the head of
They return to dash of birth.
uh,
What's the word you have come up with for the fifth blank?
multiplication.
Hey, for the fourth, that is multiplication. Yeah, fifth one. I'm talking about fifth one.
Return to birth. It's high fidelity.
Please
High
observe.
fidelity.
Ah,
High
return.
fidelity.
So this is additional information. Just remove this, which has been kept in between commas, in between hyphens. This
Yes.
is additional information. Remove this. Return to the river where they were born.
They were born.
Return to which place?
River.
Correct. River of birth.
River.
Right. Return to river of birth. Where they were born is equals to of birth. So you should have
Yes.
written. Okay. Are you able to understand how test maker is creating questions, making use of paraphrasing the ideas given in the text to questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Now move on to table completion. The last three paragraphs are necessary to answer these questions. And always you should be able to find out the proof lines which were actually from the passage and paraphrased in the form of questions. Yeah, submersible screens. The engineering object is submersible screen. The purpose is keep young migrating salmon clear of what? What's the purpose? What's the purpose of submersible screen? Keep young migrating salmon clear of what?
Away from the turbines. To migrate
Divert them away from turbines.
away from the turbines.
Yes. So let's write the proof line here. So designed to divert migrating juveniles away from the turbines.
Turbines.
Let me write here for the sixth one. Okay. Seventh one, mainly protect. Definitely you should be able to find the answer in the next sentence. Impact, mainly protect.
Protect.
Outcome means ultimate outcome in the last. What mainly protect? What kind of Chinook?
Shifting genetic shifts in favor of stream types.
What kind of Chinook? What kind of salmon are going to be protected due to this? These screens steer as many as 95% of stream type Chinook around the turbine. Okay, they are going to divert 95% of stream type. Majorly stream type Chinook are being protected. Only 15% of ocean type Chinook. So majorly, which kind of salmon are being protected by these submersible screens? Stream type.
Stream type.
Okay. So let me write line here. Let me write here. Yeah, here we go. So 95 as 95% of the stream type Chinook, as many as 95%. So that gives a meaning like mainly, steer, protect. Okay. So you should have written as stream type. So not more than 2 words. We have written only 2 words. Making sense. Second one, what is the other engineering equipment you can see in the next paragraph?
Devices help to bring the survival rates of mature of fisher to closer historical levels. Fisher ladders.
Correct. Fish ladder.
Fish ladder.
Okay. Next, negative impact on ultimate outcome. Please observe the ultimate outcome, not the purpose, not the impact. We need ultimate outcome. Negative impact on what?
Negative impact on.
So you must have seen an information like something happens and which leads to some other thing. But ultimately, what happens? Negative impact.
Don't kill the fish.
Negative impacting on?
Harm the fish. Disorient the fish and make it hard to them find them.
You're right. Go on.
Find the ladder. Such
Ultimate outcome
implements
is
that
this
don't
one.
to kill. Do not to kill the fish.
Such
Affects the
impediments don't
migration
kill the
rate.
fish, but they affect
Migration
migration
rates.
rates. Yeah, ultimate outcome is affecting migration rates. We have a affect means influence, change. So let me write affect migration rates. So negative impact on migration rates. So affect is equals to impact on here, right? Brownlee Dam, fish cannot get to normal what?
Snakes River to provide the dramatical example of historical upside.
Brownlee Dam, it is about impact, how it impacts, impact and also ultimate outcome. Fish cannot get to normal water. Fish cannot get to. It is about the Brownlee Dam. So you have to check in the last paragraph. Vast majority of their habitat. Here we go. Their habitat inaccessible. Can't get to is equals to inaccessible. It has actually rendered means led to, caused. Okay. There are two, consequences given. The first one is cannot get to their natural habitat, normal habitat.
Sir, here is the main
Other one,
purpose of food, not to damage of the dams.
please observe, buddy, impact. The impact is fish cannot get to. Fish cannot get to. Cannot get to is equals to inaccessible here. Okay, cannot get to is a verb, inaccessible an adjective. That's how he paraphrased. The test maker paraphrased the word inaccessible. This sentence like vast majority of their habitat inaccessible Paraphrased into fish cannot get to normal what is inaccessible habitat. And then very great changes in led to more extreme water temperatures. You can see. Okay. Finally, ultimate outcome. Please observe the ultimate outcome. You can see in the end.
Water levels.
Water levels. So after extreme water temperatures, what happened?
Granular later before the dam. Migration downstreams later. Temperature.
Okay.
Main theme is the life cycle of the small population Snake River.
Right. Life cycle actually. Life cycle is going to be affected.
Life cycle.
Ultimate outcome is before dam.
Life cycle, the small population of snake.
Altered the life cycle. Changed the life cycle. These changes in turn altered the life cycle of small population of right. Changed is equals to altered here. What changed? Life cycle.
Life cycles.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Right, life cycle. So this is how test maker paraphrases the text in the passage to create questions. Right, it's all about detecting the paraphrases. So far we did line to line paraphrasing. They are all line to line paraphrasing, right? Do we require
Yes, sir.
a big paragraph to answer a particular blank here? No, single sentence is enough to answer these questions, right? So these are all single line to single line paraphrasing. So they can be considered easy questions. Right, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. It's correct. Single word answers.
So in subsequent passages, we are going to do in the next class onwards, the paraphrasing going to be a bit heavier, right? So there might be more than 2 sentences, more than 3 sentences are necessary to answer a question, which means 3 to 4 ideas may be paraphrased into single idea as part of question.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So there are only 3 kinds of paraphrasing generally done by test maker. Okay, as a part of creating questions, that is single idea to single idea. So far we did few ideas to single idea. We are going to have in the subsequent passages few ideas to single idea, and there might be tough questions, big paragraph into single idea. Generally you can see such things in matching the headings, matching the paragraphs to right headings, right? So there is another homework I have given from the official guide. I don't know whether you have attempted it or not. It's already 10, almost to 10.